I've been doing research on anime villains. League databases files on cultural impact studies. You watch any of that stuff? Because from what I've seen, there's no clear answer on who's the greatest. Everyone has their pick.
Yeah, I've seen plenty. Spent time in Japan, picked up the habit. Hard to say who's the greatest, though. You got guys like Frieza who just want power. Then you got someone like Aizen from Bleach who planned everything 100 years in advance. Different types of evil, you know.
Aizen's interesting. The long game, the manipulation, everyone thinking he's a good guy while he's pulling strings. I respect that level of planning even if he's a villain. Reminds me of how I have to think, but his motivation was pretty weak. He just wanted to become a god because he was bored with being powerful.
That's the problem with a lot of anime villains. They start off great, then the backstory doesn't make sense. Like Madara from Naruto, guy wants to trap everyone in a dream world because his friend died. That's not villainy.
What about Dio from JoJo? Pure evil from the start. No tragic backstory needed. He kills the family dog just to mess with Jonathan. Becomes a vampire, stops time, terrorizes multiple generations of the same family. He's evil because he enjoys it. That's honest villainy at least.
Dio's fun, I'll give you that. But he's too flashy. Too much posing and yelling about the world. Greatest villain should have more depth than just being a sadistic bastard. Someone like Johan from Monster. No powers, just psychology. Manipulates people into destroying themselves. That's terrifying because anyone could be Johan.
Johan's close to the Joker in some ways. Agent of chaos, but calculated chaos. He makes people reveal their worst selves. But here's my problem with him. He's too subtle for most people. Greatest villain should have impact everyone recognizes. Someone like Griffith from Berserk. Betrays his entire army to become a demon god. That sticks with people.
Griffith's a good pick. That Eclipse scene where he sacrifices everyone. That's brutal even for me, and I've been through a lot. But what makes him great isn't just the betrayal. It's that you understand why he did it. His dream meant everything. He chose ambition over friendship. That's real villain stuff, not just being evil for kicks.
Understanding doesn't mean forgiving, though. Griffith had a choice and he chose wrong. But that's what makes him compelling. Unlike someone like Muzan from Demon Slayer, who's just afraid of dying. He turns people into demons, kills thousands, all because he's scared. That's pathetic.
Conviction. Yeah, that's why I'd put Meruem from Hunter x Hunter up there. Starts as this alien ant king who sees humans as food. Then he learns to play board games, falls in love, questions everything he is. Dies remembering a girl's name. He goes from monster to something almost human. That's a journey.
Meruem's redemption arc disqualifies him for me. A true great villain doesn't redeem. They commit to their path. Light Yagami from Death Note does that. Starts wanting to make the world better. Ends up a serial killer with a god complex. Never backs down, dies believing he was right. That's commitment to villainy.
Light's interesting, but he's more of a fallen hero than a real villain. He had good intentions that went wrong. I'm talking about someone who knows they're the villain and doesn't care. Someone like Hisoka from Hunter x Hunter. The guy's a murder clown who fights people just because it excites him. He's honest about being twisted.
Hisoka's memorable, but he's more of a wild card than the main threat. He doesn't have the scope. The greatest villain needs to be the biggest threat in their story. That's why I keep coming back to Griffith or Aizen. They reshape their entire worlds. Hisoka just wants to fight strong people.
Fair point about scope. But sometimes the most dangerous villain is the one you can't predict. That's why I'd throw in someone like the Major from Hellsing. Literal Nazi vampire who starts a war just because he wants a good battle. No redemption, no hesitation, just commits war crimes with a smile.
The Major works because he's simple evil done right. He wants war, he gets war. He's happy dying in war. No twists, no secret good side. Compare that to Pain from Naruto, who wants peace through fear. Noble goal, terrible method. But then Naruto talks to him for 5 minutes and he changes his mind. Great villains don't fold that easily.
Yeah, the talk, no jutsu problem. Real villains stick to their guns. Which brings me back to Griffith. You can't talk him down. You can't change his mind. He made his choice and he's living with it. Still achieving his dream while his former best friend wants him dead. That's cold. That's commitment. That's what makes a great villain in my book.